Welcome back to another live and amplified Indie Fusion podcast. I'm your host, Tom Quiet, and we're back at it again with another amazing podcast. Today, we have a very special guest joining us. We have Charly Reynolds. How's it going today?
It's going good. How about you?
Oh, it's going really well. It's getting to be fair season here in Texas. So we got the fair coming in tomorrow and be here for 10 days and it's exciting
Wait,
times.
where in Texas are you?
So I'm in Waco, Texas.
Okay, I just flew out of Dallas this morning, so I was like, wait,
Oh, well,
it's
eh,
just close, kind of.
is there, yeah, well, for me, it's close. Like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive is nothing because I lived out in New Mexico for a few years and it took you 3 hours to get anywhere. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Cool.
So, what were you doing in Dallas?
I was on Morning on Merritt Street this
Okay.
morning, on Dr. Phil's new network, so I was up
Yeah.
there just for the day. But yeah, just got back a few hours ago.
Oh, wow. That's really good. Had I known that, I'd have just taken the trip up to Dallas, you know,
I know, it could have worked out.
right?
Next time, we'll do it next time.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So you got a new album out. How's all that been going for you?
It's been going good. It's really weird because I've only ever really put out singles and I've put out an EP. But I think three of the songs were already out. So this one had like eight new songs. And so that's just a lot of new stuff. So it was kind of weird having it like be completely out now. Because I've been holding on to them for quite a while. So it's cool. I mean, I think everyone's liking it and which makes me feel good. And it's been really surreal.
Nice. So the name of the album is Off the Record, and it released 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah, I think my math
Yeah,
is mathing.
20th. Yeah, I think you're correct.
Yeah. So how long you said some of this has been like in the works for a little bit. How long have you kind of been in the process of building out this album?
About a year. I like last fall decided that I was going to start releasing singles in January that were going to be on the album to release in the fall. So I kind of had the idea. I didn't really have all the songs until March and like deciding it was so hard to pick what songs I wanted on it because there's so many that I love so much that we've written and but I just kind of had to you know, pick pick the ones and had some help from friends and some family and just kind of went with it. But it's been in the process for about a year.
Yes. Awesome. So I have to ask because I feel like I have the connection on it, but I want to hear it from the source. How'd you come up with the name Off the Record for the title of the album?
So actually, it's kind of funny. I did not want to put the a title of a song as the name of the album
Mhm.
because I was like, I just think it's cool when people, choose something that kind of encapsulates the whole thing.
Mhm.
And when we had off the record, I was like, this just sounds like such a good album name, like off the
Mhm.
record. And all these songs are off the record. And I don't know, I just thought it was cool. And so I tried to beat it for like 2 weeks and come up with something that I thought was cooler. But I just couldn't because I was like, this is just such a cool name for an album.
Mhm.
I'm getting vinyls made. So I was like, how cool is that? Like to have a vinyl called Off the Record. It's just perfect. So
Yeah.
really, it just boiled down to that. I just thought it was cool and I couldn't come up with anything better and it stuck.
Fair.
So that's what it became.
Because when I first saw the like track listing and everything, I think this was when I first started talking to Laura right before it was released. I was looking at like the track listing, and I was like, most of these songs look like topics of conversations that would be off the record conversations,
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. You know what? I'm going to go with your answer instead because yours sounds a lot better than mine.
right? Like, I
That's
mean,
so cool.
I haven't quite drawn the connection like actually listening to the songs but like
Yeah,
another man will that kind of sounds like a conversation you'd have with your girlfriend, and it's like, okay,
it
we're drinking.
does.
If I don't do this, and just kind of like going down the track line, it's like these all kind of sound
That
like
is so
conversations.
cool.
Yeah,
Like they're behind closed door, like in a
yeah,
private setting that are off the record. Oh,
yeah.
that is so cool. I love that. I'm so glad that you gathered that.
it was just one of those, I call those one of those like happy coincidences, because I do that all the
Yeah.
time where it's like you put some stuff, put like bodies of work together that are connected in one way, and it's just like I thought they were all cool together, and then it's like, oh no, there's like this whole connective tissue throughout the entire thing. So
Yeah. No, that is so cool. I love
so,
that.
uh, and so what was the did you, was this kind of like a traditional album release? Did you do singles off of it and then release the full?
I did, yeah. I did four singles
Mhm.
and then the full album. So I did Love You Long in January or February, and then March was Somebody in Love. April or May was People Think. I think it was May. And then August was Visiting Hours. And then the full
Uh,
album the next month in September.
that's cool. How does it feel to have the full project out now?
Weird, honestly, because I've been listening to it when I was building like the order of all the songs. I listened to it pretty often and a lot, just to see like which song I liked better where. And so I've listened to it like a million times over and over. So it just feels like it's been out for a really long time. But then I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, it's only been 2 weeks. Like some people still have not heard any of these songs. Like it's just really weird. Because I think a lot of times in music, like we hold on to songs for years before they come out, and so it just feels like everyone else has heard it for a long time too, but they haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. And I'm assuming since you're based in Nashville, you recorded all this in Nashville.
I did. Yes. Yep.
Who, what studio did you go to?
So actually, we did some of them were in Omni Studios in Nashville. And then the other two places we did it was at Zachary Mano's. He has a studio in his home. And so we did a lot of it there. And then also same with Alex Keel, who did Off the Record and Hurt People Hurt. So we did those in their house studios.
Nice,
But a
cool,
couple of them were in Omni.
nice. And you said this was your first full length album.
Yes. Yeah.
Obviously, doing singles and then kind of transitioning into a full length project, that's a big jump. What was kind of that? Was there like any lessons you learned throughout this entire process that maybe you're going to take with you moving forward?
Yeah, I think whenever I think I'm on top of something, I'm still behind. So I
Okay.
think I've got to, really try and be on top of stuff way, way farther in advance than I thought. And kind of just, I'm independent, so I
Mhm.
kind of run like everything with the help of others. But, if there's something I forget, just to be a little more organized with things, I think is what I've learned. And I can learn that from every release, but especially one that has 12 songs on it.
Right.
There's just a lot that goes into it.
Right. Because
Yeah,
there's a lot of steps that go into it. There's also a lot more promo that has to go into it just
yes,
because you're putting out 12 songs at one time. So it's
it's a lot.
like yeah, for sure. Um, so definitely I feel you on that one. So
Yeah.
um so kind of looking at this project, it's out now. Are you going to take some time to yourself, go back to Florida and visit family, or are you hitting the road and like hitting the grindstone again?
I am hitting the road. I honestly, during the 2 months leading up to the album release, I was
Mhm.
doing just a lot of work stuff on the computer and like getting stuff uploaded. And we went out to Arizona and took the photos for it, which I don't recommend the desert in July. Do not recommend that. That was the dumbest thing I've ever decided, but I never been before. And I was like, oh, whatever. Um, but don't do it. But we went out there. I kind of took a break from writing and everything.
Mhm.
And I didn't play that many shows this summer because I was just busy getting all of this together. And so I felt like that was not that it was a break because I was definitely super busy working on the
Mhm.
album, but in a different way. And playing shows is my favorite part of this career. And so I, starting tomorrow, I'm going out to California to start the Off the Record tour, and
Nice.
we're just, going to a bunch of different places until December, and hopefully more after that. I just haven't planned quite that far yet, but so we're planning that. So I'm excited to be on the road and go play shows and just, take these songs out and see how they do.
Yeah. for
Yeah.
sure. So I have to ask, since you did take your photos in the desert, are you still picking out the goat heads out of your pants and hair?
Oh my gosh, it was insane that we did some photos sitting, and
Hmm.
my jeans were just like stuck full of those, and
Yeah.
they probably are still some
Yeah.
in there.
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
it's
they
crazy.
stick everywhere. It's
Yes.
terrible.
Yes, they do. They were everywhere, and in the truck that we rented, they were everywhere. And it was such a funny. Me and my friend Maddie, she did the all the photos, the visualizers, and the cover art and everything. She's amazing. We went out there, just us two, and we were like, "Okay, we're gonna do this all in one day." And we shot 8 videos and all these photos in one day. We did get heat exhaustion, which
Yeah.
was terrible. But we just kind of wanted to get it over with, and so we did. But man, that heat is no joke
Hmm.
out there. But it was fun. I mean, we had a good time. There's just like random funny stories from that day that we were out there. And it was fun. But I'm never going back there in the summer ever again. Never,
Fair.
never.
I mean, to be honest, the best time to probably go is like not even right now is a good time to go. Like wait until like November,
Yes,
or then again like March. March is like a really good time to go.
like
So
early spring or
yeah,
winter. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we
because
landed and it was like 115 degrees outside and it was
mhm,
like 11 at night. And I was like,
yep,
what in the
yep,
world is this? It's
yeah.
crazy.
That's what it was like out in New Mexico. It was.
I
I
bet.
honestly, I honestly don't mind the dry heat because, like, I mean, you're from Florida, so it's like a different
Yeah.
kind of heat, and I
Yeah.
know everybody says that, but having myself lived in Florida and then also lived in the high desert like that, they are two separate heats. They
Yep.
it is a legit thing. So
Yeah, they're totally different.
yes.
Yeah.
Um, so you're gearing back up to get back out on the road, going out to California. How, how you keeping your mental sanity straight? Like you're just kind of all over the place right now.
You know, I actually do better the busier I am. I think like whenever I have time to sit and relax is when I go crazy. So I
Right.
think it's good for me to like constantly be going and which is fun because I don't really do that often. I don't go like this. But
Hmm.
like last week I was in Nebraska and Colorado and Tennessee and this, yesterday Dallas, tomorrow California, and it's just like it's exciting. I like being
Yeah.
on the go. As much as it can be a lot and like exhausting, it's a good exhaustion for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
me, once if I'm out on the road, it's like you said, it's go. I'm
Yep.
up every morning. I'm ready to go because I know like I'm not in the comfort of my own home. Like I don't sleep well in hotels, so it's like,
Uh,
you know, let's
yep.
go. Let's go do this.
Yep.
And then
I
the
feel
second I
that.
get home, it's like, all right, I'm home. I'm done.
Yeah.
Turning it off. So,
Yep, I know, I know. I actually sleep really well in hotels unless I'm by myself. Then I don't sleep very well. But otherwise, I love a hotel.
mhm,
It's fun.
fair,
Yeah.
fair, very fair.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're originally from Florida. Um, where does music kind of come into your life? Is it like something that was kind of always there? Was it your family? You know?
Yeah, I've always sang like my whole life. My mom sang growing up, just here and there. My dad would sing every once in a while, just around the house. My mom was in a band actually in college, which I didn't know till like a few months ago, and I don't know
Yeah.
how I did not know that. Makes me sound like a horrible daughter, but she never told me. So, but anyway, so it was in my family. My brother sings. Music's just kind of there in our family. And so I always liked singing Disney princess stuff growing up. And then Adele, Kelly Clarkson, Taylor Swift is what I used to sing a lot, Hilary Duff back then. And then I just loved Carrie Underwood. Loved her. I went to her Blown Away tour when I was 12, and I was like, that's it. That's all I want to do. Like I want to perform like that. I want to, you know, do what she's doing. And so that kind of is what lit that fire in me
Mm.
and took me to where I am now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Would you say Carrie Underwood was kind of your inspiration as like musically?
Yeah, I would. She's definitely influenced my music in some way or another just because I grew up singing her songs all the time.
Mhm.
And so definitely her, Shania Twain also is a big influence for me. Martina McBride as well. So
Yeah,
there's so many, but those are probably like some of the top five right there.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. And so, kind of connecting back to off the record, is that kind of who also was the inspiration for this record, or were you kind of drawing inspiration from somewhere else?
I mean, for these, I think I was kind of trying to draw back to country music,
Hmm.
just like real like 90s kind of country music, which is my
Okay.
favorite. And I've really been looking to find my sound for like a long time. And I've, because it's hard when you're an artist, because I like all kinds of music. I mean, I
Hmm.
listen to Sabrina Carpenter every day. I listen to Lainey Wilson and Cody Johnson. I just really kind of listen to everything.
Hmm.
And so it can be kind of confusing because I moved here when I was 18 and it's like, okay, well, everyone's doing this, so
Hmm.
am I. Or I really like that. I'm gonna do that. But you like then you have to be like, okay, well, who am I? What is my sound? And so I think with this album is kind of funny because like usually people would figure that out before releasing a full-length album. And I
Hmm.
knew what I wanted, but we hadn't exactly nailed the sound until Another Man Will. And when we did that one, I was like, this, we found it. Like this is the one. Um, and it was exciting because I just been looking for that sound for so long and it was just hard. And then we nailed it. And I was like, all right, now we have it. Like going forward, I'm so excited because now I know this is how I want all my songs. This is like
Nice.
exactly it. So yeah, it
That's
was
cool.
exciting with that one. Hmm.
All right. So off the record's kind of the more accurate representation of who you want to be from now moving
Yes.
forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
It's so funny how many people love Sabrina Carpenter right now. It's like I feel like she kind of not came out of nowhere because I've known of her for several years, like kind of coming up through like following her on Instagram and whatnot. And so kind of now seeing everybody like really
It's
honor
crazy.
yeah.
It is crazy. I have known about her since 2019 because a music video of hers came up on my
Mhm.
page for an older song. It's called Sue Me. Such a good
Yeah.
song. Such a good music video. And when I saw the music video, I was like, whoa, I love that. So that was really all I only downloaded that one song. I didn't deep dive or anything.
Right.
But yeah, she's taken the world by storm for sure.
Right. I caught a little bit of heat. I'll be 100% honest.
Okay.
So, like, I already know I'm not her target demographic. Like,
Yeah.
I already know that. And so we do this music video critique thing. And I had this idea of doing like every once in a while throwing in like a trending, because I tried to do like independent music videos,
Yeah.
like from independent artists, but every once in a while, just to kind of get people to pay attention, do like a trending music video.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there with a buddy of mine, and her Sabrina Carpenter's music video for Taste
Oh, I haven't
came
watched
up,
it yet.
and I thought it was very graphic.
Yeah. Is that
Like
the one? Is that the one with the
Jenna
fat?
Ortega.
Yeah, is that the girl with the dark hair?
Yep,
I have
yep, that's
seen
her.
videos of this, and I
Yeah,
actually thought the same thing because it looked kind of gory.
yeah,
It's like, ooh, I don't know.
yeah. We were sitting there watching it, and like halfway through, I won't like if I won't spoil anything for you,
Yeah.
but
Well, that's
halfway
okay.
through, yeah, halfway through something happens, and my buddy looks at me because he's got four kids, all and three of them, or no, yeah, three of them are young girls,
Yeah.
and he's like, "This is the shit that they're exposing my daughters to," and I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this is nothing, but and so we recorded that and I put it out and we cut a little bit of heat for that one, but
You're
you
always
know,
going to though with stuff like that. And it's kind of like the fan base,
mhm,
you know, the with those some artists they can do no wrong. You know, like
mhm,
they're like gonna come at you so hard if you say even something that's not
right,
even bad, you know, you're just
yeah,
an opinion.
Oh yeah,
But that's funny. Yeah, no, I have not watched that. I did see some videos of it on TikTok and
yeah,
stuff, but I really didn't have an interest to watch
fair,
it. But
fair.
I love her and her music, but I
Yeah.
didn't, yeah, it looked a little gory.
Oh, it like I don't know what part of the video you saw,
The
but I
fence.
guarantee the fence.
Hmm. Where she falls in the fence through the
Yep,
fence. Yeah,
yep,
I
yep.
was like, oh,
It gets more than that. We'll put it
oh
that way.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I will
So
have to watch it just to see.
yeah. Um, but yeah, no, so that kind of happened and I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Not even like super big time yet, and we're already catching strays. So
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Hey, but
Uh
bad, you know, any
bad publicity is
engagement.
good.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say any engagement's still good. So
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, so outside of music, what do you like to do? What do you like to get into?
I really like to travel, and just honestly hang out with friends
Mhm.
and watch. I'm a big reality TV show person.
Nice.
I know a lot of people hate that too. But I love watching Real Housewives and The Bachelor, Bachelorette, all that stuff. And also, I'm trying to get into golfing again because I want to be good at it. So that's like my new thing is I'm trying to get good at golf. New hobby.
All right. That is the ninth podcast in a row that golfing has been brought up. So
Really?
yeah, it's
Interesting.
I've kind of come to the conclusion that it's a mix of being outdoors and being able to disconnect
Yeah.
while still having a physical activity to do,
Yep.
but still being able to kind of shut your brain off a bit without having to think too much.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree.
yeah,
It's just kind of peaceful,
yeah.
until I start doing really bad and then it's really frustrating.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to get better.
Oh yeah. We have we're sponsoring a golf tournament on Friday
Nice.
and we lost our team for the morning session and I threw out because I haven't played golf since I was a freshman in high school
Oh, wow.
and I threw out the idea. I was like, why doesn't the creative services team just go out there and play? We'll all have to share a bag of golf club or golf clubs, but
Yeah,
I think that would kind of make it funny.
it would be fun
And
though.
yeah,
Are you gonna do
and
it?
I don't know yet. I haven't heard back if they're gonna let us do it or not. So
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Well, that would be a blast.
Yeah. It's like break my knees and hips while I'm at it, go for it. So
Exactly. That's
um
funny.
that's cool. And then so you said you got you're picking up your tour again tomorrow or you're picking up your tour in California.
Yes.
What's the next couple of weeks look like show wise?
Yeah, so I've got California on Friday. Next weekend, the 11th, is in Western Springs, Illinois, um, playing a place called the Opry Provisions. And
Thank you
then,
for saying Illinois, by the way.
yeah, why?
Not ev Almost everybody I talk to, they say Illinois.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, I'm
almost
so glad that I didn't.
yes.
That would be
It
embarrassing.
yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
Illinois.
Yeah,
And then where am I after that? I think then it's Atlanta, November, Orlando, twice in November. I was supposed to play my album hometown release show last weekend, but the
yeah,
hurricane blew through and we
yeah.
rescheduled because it just was too dangerous to go down there. Um, in Orlando and then Maryland and Knoxville, Tennessee. And yeah, I think that might be
Nice.
all of them. I might be missing
Nice.
one, but oh, in South
Fair.
Carolina. Now that's all of them.
Fair.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So being from Disney or from Orlando, do you still have your Disney pass, your annual?
I do not. I actually never had one, but
Okay.
we did get like resident discounts living
Yeah.
in Florida. So we would go every couple years and do that. But
Yeah.
we just went in July and I went like 3 years ago. So I do go every couple years,
Yeah.
just because it's fun,
Yeah.
it's Disney. So it's always fun.
Yeah. I remember when I moved, my parents live in just north of West Palm Beach, or what my dad
Okay.
does. He lives just north of West Palm Beach. And so when my parents first sorry, my mom passed away a couple of years ago, so it's kind of hard to, you
Sorry.
know, not hard to talk about it, but just kind of like for context purposes.
Yeah.
But so my parents moved there about 10, 12 years ago at this point. And when they
Okay.
first moved there, they were like, oh, we're getting the Disney passes. And then they never used it because we didn't live in Florida and we weren't going to pay the
The
100 whatever dollars to go. So
yes. Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Well, it
yeah,
is fun, but yeah, if you're not gonna go like constantly, then I don't know
yeah,
if it's worth it for the
yeah.
pass.
I mean, there was a year there where I still got free passes because I interned at Disney for a year. So
Oh, wow.
I had my employee passes for a bit, and then after that, it was just kind of like I'm good. I've been to Disney every day for 6 months, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
good. So
Yeah, I don't blame you. That would probably wear it out pretty quick.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So if anybody wants to check out your music, shows, social media, that fun stuff, where's the best place to find you?
Yeah, they can find me at Charlie Reynolds Music everywhere. It's Charly Reynolds Music. And then also my website, www.charliereynolds.com, has everything, the tour dates, the album, everything's on there. So,
Hmm,
yeah.
nice, awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time. It's been really cool to talk with you. You just got back from Dallas, so I'm sure you're dead tired.
I am. I got an hour and a half of sleep last night, so I'm about to go change and go to bed.
Fair.
Yeah.
Did you fly out to Dallas last night?
I flew out yesterday morning, and then
Okay,
I have some friends there, so I hung out with them last night, and then,
gotcha.
um, yeah, I just couldn't sleep, and I had to be up at 6, so, uh, and then I flew back today. So,
Fair,
yeah,
fair, fair,
out to California tomorrow.
fair. That
Yep.
explains the scheduling change then.
Yes, yes, that is exactly why. Thank you for doing that, by the
Yeah,
way. Help me out
not
a
a
lot.
problem. Honestly, it worked out better this way because yesterday work kicked my butt so bad. It was just like,
Yeah.
I need a night off. I need
Yeah.
to go to sleep.
Well, then
So
it
I
was
was asleep,
meant to happen like this.
right, right,
Yeah.
right. But once again, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Charlie, thank you. Appreciate your time. And
Thank you.
anybody that wants to check out your album, the link will be in the description below, off the record, all that fun stuff. So once again, thank you all so very much, and we will check y'all later.